So yeah, there isn't a lot for. Well, there is a lot. I don't know why I keep being like there isn't a lot, but well, there is a lot. For this year, some of which for 2018 is gonna just be interesting stories, and some are just gonna be some movies I wanted to mention. Period, and some not so, but I felt like should for other reasons. The good ones, Ready Player One. I like it. I didn't like the full park 4D experience. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. If you've seen the movie, it's the first race. They've cut a bit of it out because I think there's a conversation like they do the first attempt and then they go to the Halligan Diaries. When, if I'm correct, the movies they do the first attempt and they see the race crash, and then they go to his friend's place to fix the bike, and then they go to the Halligan Diaries. It's not too much removed, but it's basically more streamlining it to make sure that everything makes sense. Goosebumps. Actually, no, that's the second one. I like both, but second one. Truth or Dare, which I do like as a horror idea. Again, it's very weird. Again, I like some of these more unusual horrors. Like the the one where it's like, oh, would you rather this, that, where like the horror is playing something simple that turns far more deadly. Ocean's 8. I haven't done any of the Oceans. I do like them, but this one's the one that I think I watched this one first. Again, just going through these quickly. We have Freaky Friday. I know there's a new one, and I probably am gonna watch it. But I'm not gonna lie. I love musicals. This is a musical, so it is better. Yeah, I know, I'm putting very weird priorities. And then, the next one, also there's the other Agatha Christie, and The Truth of Murder, which is another Orient Express one, I forgot that one. The House with the Clock in its Walls, I like. But then again, those sort of like weird, whimsical sort of like things, which does get dark, I do like. The CGI at the end is a bit... and then the last one is Holmes and Watson. Holmes and Watson, which... Also, I know I'm saying Sholmes because I've been watching Live Data as we watch sometimes Ace Attorney. Anyway, Sholmes. Holmes and Watson. I don't like it. And also, fun fact, I say it now because it's been out and done this. I was actually one of the persons where it's like, you can go to like movies beforehand to see a pre-screening of it. And I was actually one of the persons who did that. That was fun. I think that was the year before because this came out early that year. I'm not 100% sure. Saw it with my dad's partner and my friend. But anyway, what one did I pick for this year? Well, I picked the same one, and I don't think I've done this in a while, as in the same one that the person who I based the original video off, Craig Not Craig, who said Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which legitimately I think is going to be a bit biased. You might predict what films, because I've also picked the sequel for that year, you might have a prediction for what I'm going to pick for 2026. The first Spider-Man. The third one. But yeah, I like this one. It's a coming of age film. It's really good. It shows like someone developing and like the idea of like Peter B. Parker and all that stuff. I do admit, if I had to be like, what's the best one? The first one or the second one? The second. Because I like the idea of being sort of this thing. And the first one is really good, but I just like the idea of being like, there's something bigger here. And this makes me hyped for the third one. But, yeah. I like it. It's really good. So, the idea that I like is, one, definitely the different designs I like. Two, so many moments I like. And I love the song What's Up Danger. But again, it's simple, it's badass. It shows Miles Morales, which is my second favourite Spider-Man. And if you are thinking Peter Parker is my first favourite Spider-Man, you will be wrong. Peter Parker is my third favourite Spider-Man. Gwen Stacy is my first. because I just like the idea. I like her story. Because her story, if you see the film, or if you see any media besides one of my favourite Spider-Man, I know a lot of people hate it, Ultimate Spider-Man, which changed it, which has Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy's Spider-Man in the same universe, after Miles Morales is left. And I find that clever. I don't know if they're canon to this one, because there's a lot that is. I know the PS4 one is. I know a couple of the TV shows are, but I don't know. But I do like that idea. And overall, I do find it fun and entertaining. Definitely when you see the different versions, because some of them I knew. Peter B. Parker, okay, that was a twist. That it wasn't the traditional Peter B. Parker. Gwen Stacy, I saw before this The Ultimate Spider-Man and did a bit of research on it. So I do know a bit about Gwen Stacy. Gwen. And also it is a connection to me because one of my favourite Marvel characters is Gwenpool. And I do know there is another version of Spider-Man, Gwen as Spider-Man. Which is essentially the one that had the funnest version. There's two versions and I like both of them. I do prefer the one that the movie depicts, which is Peter Parker turns into the Lizard. But the other one is rather him sort of like doing the web to sort of pick up Gwen and then she dies. He goes down and then he dies and then Gwen takes over with no powers. Which, that sounds amazing and I would love to see that. It is another thing that I'm going to see, which is the Madam Web movie. I know it's bad, but I'm going to see it anyway. When it comes to, I think, Netflix. when I was like, yeah, it's bad. I'm like, oh wait. I also knew about Spider-Ham. Again, Amazing Spider-Man, he has a segment in that, which I find really fun. I knew about Miles Morales. There again. And is he in that? Let me just check. There's also a Spider-Man video game which had a lot. Oh, it's Shards of Destiny, that's it. Shards Across the Dimensions. Which has four different versions. And two of which, one's in the next one, so I'm not going to talk about him. And one has the Venom suit, which I think is really good, and one's traditional. But the other one, which is in this one, because the only one I didn't know is Penny Parker. Did not know Penny Parker at all, but Spider-Noir is in this. Hence why I knew Spider-Noir. Obviously. But overall, I do like this. I do find this fun. And it is one of these that I do like. Again, I've been talking about this for nearly like 9 minutes by this point. It is fun. And there are more stuff in the sequels. I think I've talked about literally the PS5, which is not this one. It is the sequel. And I've talked about Shattered Dimensions having one character, which is also in the sequels. But I'm not really going to talk about that yet, because that wasn't this year. But yeah. I hope you like and enjoy, and good night.